You're eating 2,000 calories, you're doing your cardio, yet you are not dropping body fat anymore. And you scratch your head and think, why on earth is this not happening? Mathematically, I am in a drastic deficit. This should be peeling away. What is the issue here? Well, the issue is that for the longest period of time, you've abused your metabolism to the point where it is now in the bin. It is not responding as it should do, and it is not working well for you. How does this happen? It happens by you taking your food too low too early, and then because the body's going to adapt to whatever you put it to. Your metabolism is a very clever thing. Whatever you put it on, it will adapt. It'll take a little bit of time to sink and understand what's happening, but it will adapt to it. So if you do drastic drops, yeah, it's great in the beginning, but your body's just going to adapt to it and it's not going to respond like you want to. Or on the flip side, you've either eaten a high amount of calories, but they're dead calories. It's garbage food. There's no nutrients inside of it. Therefore, your body, again, still technically has been starved of nutrients, but it's got this random processed garbage that should never be in your body in the first place, and that's how you recruit the body fat. Now, this is going to make your gains a lot harder in the gym. If you have a high body fat, which means your body is not really efficient at the way it's going to utilize carbs, because you'll be inefficient at using insulin. You'll be insulin resistant, which is not a great position because carbs are going to drive your performance in the gym. So you could eat 100 grams of carbs, but if you're very inefficient at using those carbohydrates, you might only get the energy impact of 50 grams of those carbs. Therefore, your performance is going to equate to the amount of energy you can use. Therefore, your performance is half of what it could have been for the food that you've been eating. Awful, absolutely awful trade-off, which is not something that you want to do. So, we must fix this. We must absolutely fix your metabolism, get it to the point where it is responsive so that it works. If you look at any of the videos on the channel here that explain about results we've got, most of the time I've had to fix people's metabolisms along the way. So let's fix it. The first thing you're going to do to fix your metabolism is to establish what would be your true maintenance. If you want to work out that, I've got a video on the channel which will just go to the one where it says how to work out your body fat at home, or go to a calorie calculator online. Establish what would be your true maintenance. This is done off your scale weight, your body fat percentage, and that'll give you a rough target for your maintenance. Now, with this, I would drop in just 200 calories below that maintenance target. I would also have you doing 20 minutes of formal cardio per day at a heart rate of 120 to 130. I'd have you 10,000 steps per day walking, and then from there, we would have you training on the gym floor. Excuse me. Now, you're going to sit at that for 6 weeks solid. You're not going to touch anything. You're not going to add any more food. You're not going to take anything away. You're just simply going to follow this nice and execute on that. Sorry, my throat was getting slightly dry. Now, I've done this for a client in the past, and do you know what happened when we started to do this? And I've known this guy for a long period of time. I've known his diet has not been the greatest. I know he's done cuts in the past where he's on almost like female calories. They're that low, like 12, 1400. Not good. So I knew when he came to me, this was the first thing we needed to fix. What started to happen over the coming weeks of us doing this, he started to drop a little bit of body fat. Yeah, nice, cool. When he started to drop a little bit of body fat, do you know what I did? I didn't continue dropping body fat. I added a little bit more food. I added 100 calories, and I continued with the process. His body adapted. His body started responding to eating more food. Leveled out. Then we started to drop a little bit again. What did I do then? I added another 100 calories. I ended up getting this guy up from all the way up to around 2,300, when usually he's like an 1900 style of guy. Now when we went into a cutting phase, the body is used to eating 2,300 calories. It's used to needing enough food to fuel 20 minutes of cardio daily, 10,000 steps on top of that, and a gym floor performance session where we focused on all of the fundamentals you should do in the gym floor, which is you train the muscle twice per week. You train with solid tempo, slow on the way down, pause at the bottom, drive on the way up. You train with a full range of motion. You train with intensity, and the arm path is correct in terms of bringing the origin and surgeon together. We focused on his training. I'm training very hard. Now, at that point, we've essentially trained his body to need that much food to support that much output. That is the pinnacle of getting your metabolism into a very healthy space. Because for the longest of time, people have abused it. They've kept it too low for too long, and it's now not responsive. It's now not using the food as it should do. We want you getting and using all of the nutrients efficiently. So then when we started to go into a cutting phase, what happened? Well, as we started to turn dials, body fat started to come off. And for the longest of time, I still kept his calories at 2,300 and just kept turning the dial of cardio. get you moving more before we start to pull your food. And that is a golden rule. If your metabolism is in the bin, do not be pulling your food down. Start to move more. Start to give your body a reason to need the calories in order to drive fat loss. So then all we did from there is start to turn the dials, up cardio, up cardio, up cardio, then pull a little bit of food. But we're starting to see the drop-offs, and we're starting to get what you wanted in the first place, which was essentially fixing your metabolism, dropping body fat, getting to the point where you have the six-pack abs. So that's how you're going to fix your metabolism. If you found this video of value, great, subscribe to the channel. And if you want me to do this for you personally, you can come and join us in the Gorilla Platoon. There'll be a link in the description for that. Watch the video, and I'll see you on the inside.